Supergirl season 6 is the final season of the show. I've reviewed all the seasons in lead up to the new Supergirl movie, and if you subscribe to my channel, I will be talking about more Supergirl stuff, including a Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow, the movie. I guess not Woman of Tomorrow, it's just Supergirl now. But I'm going to review the comic that movie's based on. I'm going to review the original Supergirl movie, so just subscribe if you like me talking about DC stuff, because I plan to do a lot more of it in the future. And this show was a fun watch. This season was not, though. This season, you could tell that the budget was really cut. And so at the beginning of the season, there's a little bit more action, bigger stories, a little bit. Not bigger overall than some of the biggest episodes of the show, but just bigger in scale than some of the show's earlier episodes, like in the first 3 or 4 seasons. But even when it has those moments, the effects are pretty bad. They're not the worst the show's ever been, but they're pretty close. They definitely, well, actually, they are the worst the show's ever been, but they're not like individually, they're not the worst effect the show's ever done, because there's certain episodes I think, that had worse effects, but overall they are the worst effects if you're putting the series together as a whole, if that makes sense. It just doesn't look good. And then after that, you get a lot more. This season is, we're done with the people stuff. It's all the superheroisms, but the sets that they're on just feel like they're all in one location the whole show, and they don't really go and do anywhere interesting, and so it just leads to a season that's really, really boring and lazy and not well put together. And this show wasn't already the best show, but just, I don't know. And even the note that this show ends on didn't feel like that's the end of the show. I think a lot of these CW shows, they were cut short because there was a bunch of mergers happening. They want to get rid of all these shows. They weren't the most profitable shows to begin with. There's been lots of reports of that. They were only really profitable because of Netflix, and they just wanted these shows to be done so they can move on and properly reboot DC in the movies and TV shows. And these were just a burden on WB, so they just kind of got rid of these shows. So a lot of them didn't really have proper finales, and it's kind of crazy because shows like this ran for 6 seasons. You had shows like The Flash that ran for 9 seasons. These were shows that were on a long time, and they just didn't get the love and proper ending that they deserve. So glad to finally be done with the show. And yeah, I'm gonna be moving on to reviewing another show, but I'll leave that one a surprise.